Our very dear friends, the United Kingdom, where the backslide away from conscience rights has placed the basic liberties of religious Britons in particular in the crosshairs. A little over 2 years ago, the British government charged Adam Smith Connor, a 51-year-old physiotherapist and an Army veteran, with the heinous crime of standing 50 meters from an abortion clinic and silently praying for 3 minutes. Not obstructing anyone, not interacting with anyone, just silently praying on his own. And after British law enforcement spotted him and demanded to know what he was praying for, Adam replied simply, it was on behalf of the unborn son he and his former girlfriend had aborted years before. Now, the officers were not moved. Adam was found guilty of breaking the government's new buffer zones law, which criminalizes silent prayer and other actions that could influence a person's decision within 200 meters of an abortion facility. He was sentenced to pay thousands of pounds in legal costs to the prosecution.
Well, Vice President Vance went on to accuse the Scottish Government of thought crimes over its implementation of abortion buffer zones, saying that people in Scotland were told that private prayers in their own homes would be against the law within a safe access zone. Rachael Clarke is head of advocacy at the British Pregnancy Advisory Service, which led the campaign to introduce buffer zones in the UK. Good morning.
Good morning.
Before we come to what you make of what the Vice President said, could you clarify for listeners the rules on so-called buffer zones outside clinics that provide abortions, both in England and in Scotland?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think it's really important to note that that when we're talking about safe access zones, so that's what we're talking about, safe access zones, making sure that clinics around the abortion clinics, we need to make sure that they, when we're talking about this, they are actually making sure that safe access zones, I'm sorry, to be honest, I think that what we're talking about, what we need to make sure is that these clinics are safe, that they are making sure that, I'm sorry.
Take a breath, Rachel. It's fine. I understand. But let's take a breath, because we want to look at the Vice President's comments and we want to get your opinion on them. First of all, can I ask you about this particular case that the Vice President highlighted of Adam Smith Connor, a serviceman who was arrested and convicted for breaching the rules of a buffer zone near a clinic in Bournemouth in southern England. He said that Mr. Smith Connor was found guilty of breaking a law which the Vice President said criminalises silent prayer. Did he get that right?
No, I think is the short answer on that. So essentially, I think what we really need to be clear on is that what we're talking about is making sure that safe access zones, that ensuring that women who are accessing abortion services are making sure that, that we are ensuring that women who are trying to access abortion care are able to access care for abortion services within Sorry.
That's okay. We'll leave it there. Rachel Clarke, thank you. No, thank you for your time this morning. It's been very good to talk to you. I appreciate this is a very difficult and sensitive subject. Rachel Clarke, Head of Advocacy at the British Pregnancy Advisory Service.